Right, guys. Let me just include there we go. So hints. So Maximilian, Alexis, or Shinyu. I'll go for Maximilian. So, if you don't know this game, basically, kind of the title suggests you are a evil genius, and basically you make a base and an army and try and save the world. Is basically what it is. So, we've got a assassin guy who is basically our second in command, and basically we are going to kind of take over this whole base all around. So let's go ahead and start. So first off, we need a builder. Then we need to go. So this is basically what we need. We need barracks. We need to do infamy stuff, so we need a control console and a memory bank. And basically, we've got some scallywags across the island as well. So, that's where we do that. Here we go. So let's build a corridor. That's just going to go in here. As well, we need to quickly figure out where these enemies are. Because there are enemies around the island straight away off the bat. Who are these guys? And basically we are going to have our assassin basically kill them. Okay, next up, we are going to... So we basically got these rooms off the bat. We do have more that we can go to. So what we'll do is we'll make a corridor here. And also there, of different stuff. So we've got this, and basically they can load that up, which is quite good. We've got another guy here. There we go. All of them are dead. So basically, now because we've done that, basically there is going to be, I believe, a freezer that will be unlocked. So we've got 1, 2, 3 minions so far. This is us over here, who is Maximilian, who's basically in charge of the entire base. So basically these minions, they basically do things like this, like where they blow up like parts of the wall and stuff to get stuff. So if we go over here, we now have a freezer where we can actually put these bodies into. Basically as well, if you notice, there is stuff like here. With this stuff, you basically need to put in added stuff by using all of this sort of technology. Or ruins and stuff. So for example, let me put in a freezer. So a freezer, we can't really put it here because it needs to go into the wall. So if we put one in like this, and then sort of all across here. Basically, this will be all area for our place. There we go. And boom, we can basically build a thing there. Although that is enough room for that. However, if we were to do something like this, still wouldn't really work. So this room is going to be difficult. What we're going to do, first off, we need a barracks. So we're going to put a barracks in, probably in this part. Right, all across here. Guns there, and then splitting off this way. This will be all of our barracks. Notice that we have a door here as well, and then we can basically add in a door straight off the bat, and then other stuff. Best thing to do is to do 2 sides of a bed, so they can fit in more people, and then a locker. Basically, I don't think the things can say, but basically a locker can basically kind of keep up to as many people as possible. So if you look at what this is doing right here, there is basically a lot of room they can sort of put stuff into. So this will be our barracks. We're going to actually build a corridor down this way now. Build a corridor down here. We're also going to... we are going to build this maybe as a strong room. Could be good right off the bat. Could be good. Just like a little area off the bat. Could be good. And then basically as well we can sort of like make a door, which we're going to do. And then we also need another door here, and then we're basically just gonna fill this with just a bit of stuff at the moment, and then basically go in with that. We're good. So we've got the barracks here, we've got another corridor down here, and we are going to do a freezer, probably here, I think. Yeah, we're gonna do a freezer here. Or should I put a freezer there? I'm not sure. Actually, a freezer could go there, actually. So now, for the barracks, we can build beds. So I'm trying to see how I rotate. Ah, okay. Right click for that, and we are just going to put some beds down here. Now I'll say this version is a lot better than the other version that there is. Just because like it's more laid out than others, which is quite good. That one is completely wrong. There we go, put that there instead. So that'll be our first bit. Strong room, we're going to basically build a load of briefcases in here. Now the only problem is that I believe these... I know, I think people can still get from that. Hopefully. Hopefully we can. So that's going to be our freezer room. Let's see, we need a control room. So let's put that next. Now the big thing to do is, if you guys also want to play the game, try and like get rid of all the reds. Basically try and make it so that there is room for a door, and then basically just however big you want it to go. So that's the room that we have. So that's the room that we have right now. So we're going to have a door in here for that, and then we're basically just going to have a ton of freezer racks. Off the bat, real quick, we're basically just going to have 2 for right now. But basically, as you go on in the game, you need to, like, grow it more, which is what I'm kind of going to do. As well. So that's basically all the stuff that we have right now. We have that. We also have a barracks as well. So if we go here, we can have R3, and then we can actually get more capacity of minions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase this to 12. Then we basically get a load of more workers. And then basically when it reaches max, then it'll basically stop again. Then basically we also have these. So this is actually our money that we have. As soon as we have this installed, I believe then it will basically like have a little more stuff. What I'm actually going to do is going to make another... probably another part of this, I think. Could be good. The only problem is the fact that it's going to be quite difficult to do. But as soon as this room gets built, then we can basically throw these bodies in. For now, we are going to just throw these into the hallway, which should be good. Then we've got that, then we also have a load more of these. So they go over here. It's basically a buy-in room, and then basically they get them, and then that's what these are. So they actually... I'll show you what they do. So this guy is going to run into here and get a bed. Inside the bed is like literally a auto device that has it in, and then he just does that. It's actually kind of cool. Actually kind of cool. So we've got 5 minions now. We've got 13 altogether that we are going to get. And look. Now, this is part of our stuff now. Actually, what I might do is I might put down maybe a trap or something in the future. Just because also on the island we do have a ton of random things that start to happen. So basically this is a unexplored island that that basically the evil genius has bought. However, people outside of this don't know that. So people outside of the area don't know that the area is kind of habitable still, if that makes sense. So we've got 7 out of 13 there, which isn't bad. And then basically all of these will then get moved over here as well. So if we, for example, went like this, we can basically like put another one in here. Only problem with that though is we might need to destroy this room as well, and then maybe put somewhere else, maybe here, which might be easier. Next up, always remember to put down doors. Off the bat, you don't really need that much stuff. Basically, you just need a time clock that will basically have like minions that will basically just end up in those rooms for the amount of time. So that's Going to be locked to them, and then basically control panel and memory bank will basically also be sort of put to that as well. And then basically this here is basically the layout of the thing as well. So basically it's all kind of blueprint stuff. So if you see, basically it is basically just kind of like a freezer rack, but what actually happens is that the bodies actually get moved in here to basically try and do that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to build another strong room. It's like 2 mini ones, just to basically put stuff in, which will be good to use. So I'm going to do that. We're also going to put another door here. And actually what we're going to do is we are going to move this one over to here. I believe this part. So as soon as this gets built, then we'll basically be able to do that. Switch roof, strong room. We can't put it anywhere else. We have to put it in somewhere here. Is there any problem? So for now, we're going to put it back in here until it gets used again. The other cool thing about these is that actually we can put like external doors on these. So we can do sort of that. As well, we can actually like destroy the room and put something else in there instead. So we could perhaps put other things in there. Now we also have a control room, and we can also buy control sacks as well. Basically this is the screen for that. So if we go on here, that's basically what the minions are. I believe if we go here, we can basically see how much stuff there is here. And then for each specific place, there's actually different missions to do. So for example, we can actually throw some of these guys on here and then basically do that type of stuff. As well, once we've done missions, sometimes, like this thing is saying, with guards that we sort of incapacitate, we can actually kind of just like bring those prisoners into the armory, which is kind of a bit weird. Basically, we can bring them into the armory, and then we can basically just sort of like make those people into basically being a part of our, basically a part of like a prisoner, and then we can basically like extract knowledge from those people as well, which is quite fun. I'm just gonna quickly do all this. Yep, looks good. Boom. Oh yeah, then also, because we have this, we need a power plant. As well, I believe, if I click... Not sure, is it click here? Ah, here we go. Here we go. So if we click here, we can actually build another entrance. Let's go put it about here, I think. As we go, that way went that way, okay. And basically this will then be connected to this, I believe. So corridor, and then we can basically just attach that. And this will be another way to get in here, although we definitely need to put a door like we did here. If that makes sense. Room corridor is too narrow, huh? Does that work? No? I'm confused. Why doesn't that work? Yeah, that goes out to there. What? trying to think. Because that goes out to there. We need it to go about... We kind of need it to go there, but maybe here. Could be good. So then it's basically in the edge of the mountain. So that we need to go into there, and then basically we need to kind of do other stuff. But the thing is... Oh, there we go. There we go. And then we have another one of those, and then we can basically build more stuff here. Okay. So we need a power plant, which we will put in here. So boom, boom, and then we basically need to make some room up here for this. Better to not have it overlap, otherwise it does look quite stupid. Standard door, and then we need a power generator, hence why we need it so big, and then we need probably 2 of those. No one needs to really do maintenance there, apart from maybe the other type of people that we have. I'm just going to quickly go into the corridor and buy from those. We also need fire extinguishers. Basically, any of our minions can use fire extinguishers to basically help with any fires that we have. Because this is technically quite, well, quite spaced out and stuff, we don't really need all that much to basically go in with this. So this one's got 2, this one will have the other one that we have. And then if we then take out this room, so I believe if we go strong room, oh wait, not strong room, demolish this, then basically we'll demolish that. But we'll also move our guy in here, who will then basically start moving here, and then he can basically do stuff with the guards that we have. He has special powers. So for example, if you wanted to go for different people, they have powers they can basically use. Let's see, this person is a maid. Now the cool thing about the maids, basically, and what is a bit odd, is that you can actually, like, interrogate a load of maids and stuff to actually, like, do stuff with your people that you have. So, for example, if you go in here and you go to this part, they are actually, basically kind of doing extra work, in a sense. So if you look, they basically have like their different stuff as well. So we can have like a certain amount of people that can basically go into those. We're going to build more of a corridor. Going over this way, and then probably going even more down. We'll basically just leave it there for now. What we're also going to do is we're also going to get an armory. Need quite a big armory, just depending on different stuff. This one looks like it's okay for that. We also need another shield door. We also need a time clock, and then we also need holding cells. Now these holding cells basically kind of like have prisoners that we have. Basically missions and stuff will also have different prisoners as well. So basically kind of come in and basically be kind of interrogated for secrets. So for example, I believe there is different types of people as well. So for example, guards, we can basically like take guards and then basically influence them to our side. And there is also ones where we can interrogate people such as this maid. So if we go on capture, so there's different ones. There is not needed. There's to kill, to basically capture, and then also to weaken the person. So if we go to capture, basically any minions that are around basically will automatically go and attack those people. We're also going to put another few beds down, and as well lockers. Basically lockers will actually help recruit new people to our side. Basically to kind of, basically in a way, kind of like all of their sort of like different things will be put into these lockers, and they can basically use them for going into to basically like get their equipment and stuff. The amount of people there is, so if for example we have, and speaking of, where is our guy? There he is. Look, all these people are basically going to do stuff. Basically this maid is injured. Basically all these guys are rushing to get this taken care of, which is why, oh wait, and then also the rest of those. So we can actually have more, so we can go up one more. See that? Basically the capacity will be sort of all of that type of stuff. As well, these are pretty much all of the different layers that we can have. So out of the capacity of people, of the workers that we have, there are specific classes that we can put them into. So they're not just going to be going in with them. As well, we can sort of like throw different ones in here as well. So for example, if we wanted to, which I believe we can do here, is we can basically ask for more people to go into this room. This guy, this guy's boned. This guy's boned. Now, this is the problem with this room, which I believe I can actually fix if I go here, add a bit more area here, which I believe will then cross in, I hope. I know it probably won't. Shit. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to blow this up. Basically tear it down. Actually, instead of doing that, let's move this over here, and I believe this guy can come out. Take him off that. Now, luckily, seeing what that says, basically we can then interrogate our prisoners. So, for example, this lady is now a prisoner for us. We're also going to maybe put in at least one guard in here. That will basically oversee stuff. Now, as well, you can also see that there is more people in this one. So if we throw down another control panel and memory bank, basically there is going to be more people that can basically go into this room. Just like, for example, we can sort of do it with this as well. This room, no one really needs to be in there. It can actually work by itself. As you can see, plus 35, minus 21. So basically, this needs to be more than this, if that makes sense. Then also, this guy as well will keep an eye on this prisoner. As time goes along, there will also be different stuff that will also be unlocked here. Such as, I believe, a CCTV station. And if we go exploring on the island, you will see like different dots. So these are all blue, but from time to time there is actually other dots that will appear after a while. Basically those dots will kind of be for random people, basically. So we have different levels of security. We have basically anyone can use the door, only your minions and henchmen can use the door, only your evil self can use the door, and basically just anyone. And then basically people will actually guard these doors. So that's what basically guarding is, because there's actually going to be different stuff. I'm just going to quickly go to the toilet. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, now there's other objectives that we can do. So the next one is basically we can get an advanced minion, which we'll do now. If we go to send a prisoner to an interrogation device, then basically one of these minions will actually escort it out and basically go to one of these interrogation machines, which basically just got one of those things. Alright, we can then go like this, beat the prisoner up, and then we can basically get more information out from this person. After it has been successful, then basically the new person could then get secrets for it. For example, maids, I believe, come janitors or something, I believe. And whoever the person is that comes it will then change into something else. As you can see now, we can actually make a hotel. That will basically be our side knowledge. And now this person is a valet. Now a valet is a bit different. Basically they are kind of advanced. They can basically do different stuff as well. For example, they can sort of now use fire extinguishers, which is always quite good, especially with these circumstances. So we have that, and then we can also get security cameras and a security desk to basically go around the facility that we have. Now if we look in here, we now have different people that we can now use. We have a training room where we can basically make new ones, and a handgun and a rifle cabinet that we can then put into this room. So let's maybe put them here and put them there, and then basically we can then go for that. Then we also have a mess hall, a staff room, and also a inner sanctum, which is basically where we will be for the rest of the stuff. Now we're going to basically make a bigger hallway. We're actually going to make another inner hallway go over this way. Okay, so basically we have some gold here. That's basically just for that type of stuff. Corridor. Then we can also build some fire extinguishers as well. And then we can basically make different stuff. Now, I kind of messed up with basically holding this area clear, which is very stupid of me. Now the other annoying thing is that we can actually make a room in a room. Which is slightly annoying. I think this might be a good place that we end off for now. When I go more in with stuff, I will basically try to go more in with this. It's not particularly the best at the moment, just because of different stuff. Like, as you can see, this isn't even strapped into the wall, which is quite annoying me. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode of this. See you later. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you later. Have a good day, and goodbye.